Oh, hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. And my other camera, the HD camera, died. Well, it almost died. I originally recorded this video, and then, yeah. Yeah. So I have to do it again on this camcorder, because this one is less likely to die. Or run out of battery, at least. So that one's charging. So, I was originally going to post some video reviews of some albums. Problem is, I haven't made a decision on what I'm going to review. There was definitely some classic 80s metal albums that I wanted to touch base on. Like, I think Violent Force had an album, their only album apparently, that was released in the 80s. It was like some thrash metal album, I think. And I wanted to review that, but I haven't decided if that's what I'm going to start with. But I do have a special review coming for you either Sunday or Monday. I don't know when, but here's a hint for you. It was released this year, so earlier this year, in April. Yes. So instead for today, because I haven't decided on what metal albums I wanted to review in one day, because there was, yeah, I got a massive fuck ton of albums I wanted to review, and discographies I wanted to touch base on as well. Base on, now referencing my bass guitar. But again, we're going to talk about the weather. So, yeah, that's very not metal of me, but whatever. And it might be a boring subject for you, but yeah, you at least have to have some respect for Mother Nature and, well, nature in general and the weather. So we're going to be talking about the weather and this is the 4 seasons. Yes. So stay with me and it'll be fun. Yes. So, first off, we'll start with this. So it's raining. Well, at least it was. It was raining. It was thunderstorming, and there was lightning I saw in the distance. Yeah, dark and cloudy skies. This is the kind of weather I like, you know. But it's in the season that I hate. I hate summer, and I'll explain why. But you know. I'm always relatively calm, very calm, when it comes to, during a storm. I like watching the rain just fall in torrents and whatnot, and even the lightest rain, just watching it fall, hit the window, and just kind of basically make everything wet. And listening to the raindrops hit the window, and hearing the thunder, and watching the lightning, watching it in general. It's definitely a calming experience for me, at least. So I don't know if that happens with you, but for me it does. And doing all that while listening to breakcore music is definitely an experience. If you don't know what breakcore music is, look it up. It's on YouTube. There's a lot of playlists out there. Check them out. So, one thing about raining the rain is that, imagine if all that rain was blood. That would just be fucking ridiculous. Rain blood from the sky. Yeah. That reference was intentional. If you don't get the reference, get the fuck out. Yeah. So, but yeah, I like stormy weather. When it comes to, storms in general, I don't like tornadoes, I don't like hurricanes, and I don't like tsunamis. I know people have been through those, and, well, respect to those folks. The fuck? Yeah. But yeah. So, when it comes to the seasons, talk about summer. I just hate summer. And I know I was born in the summer. I was born on June 14th of 1994. Yeah, I was born in 94. Yes. Yeah, I was basically a summer baby. But yeah, I just absolutely fucking hate the summer because of how hot, how humid, how just disgusting it gets. I hate sweating because it gets on the clothes, it gets on comforters and everything. When sweating is disgusting, but you have to do it because I guess it's just a part of the human body. You sweat, and sometimes it stinks, and I hate it. And summer is the season where all of this manifests, for the most part. In spring, there is less likely, there's less chances of, there's more precipitation as well, when it comes to the ground getting wet, because during the spring, you'll have more chances for rain and whatnot. But then again, throughout all 4 seasons, there is bound to be rain and storms, and yeah, even during winter. We'll get back to winter. But yeah, I hate summer. I understand why people like summers, because of summer break. People like to get drunk, get high, get fucked. All kinds of fun things during the summer that you can do during summer break, and in some cases spring break as well. But the problem with spring is, again, there's just a little too much humidity for me, but not as much as in summer, because summer, it's just, and when it gets too hot in summer, when it gets like borderline 100 fucking degrees, that's when it becomes unwieldy. And yeah, I just absolutely fucking hate the summer. Again, if you prefer the summer, more power to you, but for me, I just hate it. I really hate the summer. Going back to spring, I hate spring a little less, but I still hate it regardless, because there's, again, warmer weather, not as warm as summer, because summer it's hot, humid, dry, disgusting, and, well, more chances that you'll sweat and stink up your clothes and whatnot. Yeah, it's unpleasant and just makes me want to vomit. But spring, there's a less chance of that. But going into summer, when the transition of spring into summer, things start to get unwieldy and things start to get stupid. I understand with spring, in a literal sense, things, like plants and flowers. Well, those are plants. Things, grass, I guess you can call that a plant too. They spring up from the ground, and yeah, again, in a literal sense, that makes sense. I get why spring is a preferred season over summer or the other 2 seasons. But I don't like spring, and I hate summer. I hate both seasons, spring and summer, not because they start with S, but yeah. Here's a word that starts with S that perfectly describes those 2 seasons. Shit. There you go. The only reason I like summer in any way is because of, well, my birthday is in the summer, of course, June, so that's a plus. But at the same time, yeah, spring is just kind of annoying. It's not as bad as summer, but still unruly. When it comes to winter, that is my favorite season. It officially starts on December 21st. You got snow falling and blinding sheets of white snow and whatnot. You got ice, which nobody wants to be slipped no one wants to slip on ice because you'll probably damage your brain. You'll probably break a leg or something. I don't know. Something catastrophic may happen to you if you slip on ice and you fall flat on your face. If someone laughs at that, good lord, that speaks credence to how bad that person is. But, wow. So, I generally try to avoid ice as much as I can. I don't even put ice in my drinks, like in tea. I don't put ice in my fucking tea because it dilutes the natural flavor of the fucking tea. So, yeah. Well, when it comes to ice that's formed outside, on roads, sidewalks, yeah, it gets unpleasant. Unless you're wearing shoes that have spikes on the bottom, which is just weird. But yeah. As for the snow, I like watching snowstorms. I like watching, oh god, there goes the sun. I like watching snowfall. I like watching the snow collect on the ground and on rooftops. The neighbors' houses always get snow, and so does ours. I like watching the snow. I like watching blizzards to some degree. Imagine walking through a snowstorm. Yeah, that could get rather. Yeah. But yeah, snow. I just like snow. I know I don't make snow. I don't make snow angels. I don't make snowmen. I just like watching the snow, be it while I'm outside or inside, looking out my window, just watching the fucking snow. It's nice, and it is calming, to some degree. I mean, it's more calming when the thunderstorms and rain and whatnot, but, yeah, snow is definitely a nice thing to watch, and that's probably one of my favorite reasons for being a fan of winter. I guess in a way, the seasons can really describe a person's personality. In a way, if you let a season define your personality, like winter defines my personality because I like the cold. I actually do like the cold. I really do. The summer, way too hot for me. The winter, it's perfectly fine because I just like the cold. Yes, I have to put on a fucking jacket because I don't want to fucking freeze to death. But I still enjoy the cold because, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Yeah. But, yeah. If you like the summer, you're probably a more energetic person and go out on walks and whatnot, and jogging and other stupid shit. But yeah, I just love the winter. Another reason is probably because y'all are probably saying Christmas, and well, yes, because everybody likes Christmas, except for the people who prefer Halloween over Christmas, because just watch The Nightmare Before Christmas and you'll understand. But I don't even like The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's just stupid. Oh god, fans of that film are gonna hate me for that, but hey, suck on this. So, but yeah, I like the winter. It's great. Christmas, we all like Christmas, for the most part, and obviously New Year's and New Year's Day, that's obviously a thing to celebrate during the winter, and just celebrating the winter in general, So, as for fall is when, when transitioning from summer to fall, things get less hot and humid, things actually get slightly colder and a bit more wieldy, a bit more ruly, and just a bit more tolerable than summer heat. Leaves start to crinkle up and fall. That's what's called fall. The falling of the leaves, the falling of the temperature slightly, and you have to rake those fucking leaves. I remember having to rake leaves. It's not fun. It's actually stupid and annoying. I just hate doing that because, but I had to do it. I didn't enjoy it, but did it anyway. Because it would be best to just like run over those fuckers with I guess a weed whacker or a what do they call those, lawnmowers, just to watch them be shredded to all hell. Yeah. So, the fall, there are two holidays that are both representing the fall, and that's Halloween. Well, that's one of them, because, you know, trick-or-treating and whatnot. It's a pagan holiday, but it's really been kind of, just, dare I say, mainstreamed, and just kind of made a joke of a holiday in a way, because it's for the kids, because costumes and candy and all this fun stuff, you know. It's always fun, but, you know, I like Halloween decorations. I have a foam tombstone over there. It's a cool looking tombstone. It's practically useless right now as one to be used outside in our front yard, because it's just, yeah. I also have this here, fake human skull. Yes. How is it fake? Just look at it. It's obviously fake. Look at the bottom. There's a sticker for $6 basically. Halloween spooky skull. Yeah. It's like staring death right in the face. Well, I like it. It's cool. It's pretty cool decoration just to kind of have there, you know. Also have this little spider that's right next to it. It's a little spider with some glittery stuff on it. I don't know, maybe it's just glue or cement. I don't know. But yeah, we have a lot of these to go on a web or something. But yeah. And I also have I don't know if you can see it behind me. Yeah, back there. Back there in that corner. Yeah. There is a mask, a green skeleton guy mask hanging up there. I managed to get it to hang properly. Oh wait, no, you can't see it. Well, whatever. But it's still there. And it hasn't bothered to fall, which is a good thing. So, well, yeah, I like Halloween decorations as long as they don't look super fucking corny. But yeah. And then the other holiday in fall is Thanksgiving, which people obviously do give thanks and enjoy a good meal with your family. That's always a fun thing to do. It's nice. So, and then there's Black Friday. Yeah, that's not even a holiday. That's just a consumerism thing. And it's, this past decade, it's gotten really just bonkers and retarded, honestly. I'll probably have another video talking about Black Friday. I just don't want to talk about it, but at the same time, I feel like it'll be time for me to talk about it before Black Friday comes, this year at least. So, but yeah. But yeah, fall is definitely better than spring and summer, but again, I prefer winter. So, yeah. You know, the temperatures tend to fluctuate, but and stabilize depending on where in the world you are, and temperatures just kind of, you know, raise or lower or be somewhere in the middle ground. And depending on what part of the world you're on, like either in the Arctic or the Antarctic, you know, you'll basically be freezing to death up there and down there. But, you know, even temperatures choose to fluctuate wherever they they choose. In rainforests, things get humid and weird, and also in deserts, things get really dry. I feel sorry for the motherfuckers who have to walk through a fucking desert. But, yeah. Because it's dry and hot and disgusting, and yeah. But yeah, there's other weather conditions, events like El Nino, which is basically, it's basically part of the Pacific Ocean that's on the coast, off the coast of Mexico and whatnot. Basically, I think it's off the coast of Mexico. Basically, it's heating up, drawing heat into the ocean, into that part of the ocean, and just boiling things that are in that part of the ocean. And basically what happens is you'll have dead fish everywhere, and any other kinds of oceanic cretins living in the ocean. I wouldn't expect a human being to be living in the ocean. I mean, we haven't discovered Atlantis yet, have we? It's not real, guys, come on. But, yeah. You'll probably find dead sharks, dead fish, dead squids, dead octopus, tentacle hentai monsters. Yeah. Any kind of sea life that's in that part where El Nino happens to be, anything's gonna get heated up and boiled and dead. Let's be honest. So I wouldn't expect a human being to actually be dumb enough to go into the water where El Nino is occurring, and yeah, be smart, guys, come on, don't be retarded. You'll be boiled to oblivion. But yeah, and then there's, what else is there? I know hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis happen, and again, respect to the folks that go through those. But they're just, yeah. So, there's definitely quite a number of different weather conditions and weather-related stuff that happens during the 365 fucking days of the year. You know, obviously we got thunder and lightning going on, like we had earlier today, until it decided to stop because the storms kind of went on, and we now have a sun. We have the sun. Basically, it's coming onto my face, and yeah. That's another thing, is the sun. That's another problem I have with summer, is because the sun, it feels like it's just blaring right onto you. And if you happen to not have hair on the top of your head, it's going to be like, leave a burn on your head. You know, it's just not pleasant. You'll have to put sunscreen or something on, or aloe vera if it intensifies. You know, you can definitely get a heat stroke from summer, from the sun and from being in summer and the air being bad. You know, we've had air quality alerts earlier this year. Well, earlier this month and last month, because, you know, I guess ozone being on ground level for whatever reason. It's just weird. Again, weather conditions are just interesting thing to study. You know, the weather in general is interesting to study. I mean, I never wanted to be a meteorologist or whatever, or like a weatherman on the fucking Weather Channel. I never wanted to do that, and I probably most likely never will. But yeah, meteorology is definitely it's interesting for the most part. Interesting job to have for you know, fucking meteorologists. But for the most part, I just rather not. But yeah, studying the weather is definitely a interesting thing, you know. You don't have to be a meteorologist to study the fucking weather. Just look at the weather outside your fucking window, and you'll probably just understand it mostly. Obviously, if you read about the weather on the internet and the history books, then there's a bit more of a type of study, research and whatnot. Obviously, I can't be bothered because I have better things to do with my life than study the weather. But I am a fan of weather. I'm a weather guy. I never again wanted to be on the fucking Weather Channel. But yeah, I appreciate Mother Earth. I appreciate the Mother Nature and the weather and the seasons. It's definitely something to respect, So, in fact, if you have like a trip that you plan on going on to, not a drug-minded trip or anything, that's just stupid. If you plan on going to like like if you go on a vacation to another state or another country or whatever, you may want to consider weather conditions before you drive or fly. Yeah, be flexible with that, with the weather conditions and whatnot, and just make sure your schedule is flexible as well. So kind of wait until the right time for a trip that's like a week-long trip to go on, because the weather in some ways can probably fuck your trip, from happening, prevent it from happening, and just kind of just makes it impossible to do. But I guess some people like just the weather just interfering with their vacations, and if they do, they're probably sadists because they just enjoy being punished by the weather, and well, yeah. So, well, yeah, the weather is definitely something to keep an eye on and keep a lookout for. There's definitely something to appreciate with the weather, and something to look out for in weather. Let me know in the comments section below what your favorite season is, and which of the 4 seasons, unless there happens to be a 5th season for whatever fucking reason, which of the 4 seasons best defines your personality. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm legit curious, because obviously, again, the winter defines me, because I like the cold, and I enjoy the snow, and yeah, a lot of good things coming out of winter. So there you go. And I think that's pretty much all I have for you in terms of talking about weather. There's only so much you can talk about unless you're on the Weather Channel or you're a meteorologist who studies the fucking weather every fucking day and reports it, or if you're one of those tornado chasers, good luck with that. That's a dangerous job. So yeah, I could talk about the weather again in a future video, but I don't want to make this like a series. I just want to do like a off video type of thing, just do this instead of do a couple of reviews, because again, I haven't decided on what I wanted to review yet. I mean, again, there's a classic album I wanted to look at. I read some bad things about it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So there you go. And I will have that special review out for you either Sunday or Monday. Probably Sunday. If it doesn't come out, if that video isn't in your subscription feed on Sunday, then it'll probably be on Monday then. So there you go. That's just how things roll, I guess. So, yes. Oh. Well, my feet are asleep because I'm sitting. I shouldn't be sitting on the floor. But yeah. So, there you go. Stay tuned for more videos. I got list videos planned. I've got other kinds of stuff I want to do. I won't be returning to J Music reviews anytime soon because for some reason, you know, just watch my rant video that I uploaded earlier this month. It was why reviewing is so hard. You know, check out that video and give it a thumbs up, give it a like, or if you want to be an asshole, give it a dislike, because that's stupid. But yeah. If you like this kind of content, if you like me talking about the weather, I mean, I'm not going to do this all the time. I might mention the weather every now and then, but other than that, this is just one of those one-off videos I felt like doing because fuck you, that's why. So, yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace. Yeesh.